no. That is not your place any longer. Your place is at a hostage situation which I have no intention of giving you any heed. If you obey, you will be saved and we will be that much richer. It's nothing personal, but I do believe this is necessary.
Looks like you're a little tied up now. Rescue hero extraordinaire here. Did you miss me? What am I saying? You've never met me in your life, but somehow it looks like you've been waiting for me. That makes me kind of feel good about this. Tying up that baddie over there. The escape plan worked like a hitch. Or it's without a hitch. It's okay. Sometimes, you just gotta roll with the punches. I think that's my place in the world. I shouldn't be lecturing you. We're not out of hot water yet. Hang on tight. We're gonna repel from here.
And you think I'll just let you? You're naive still, boy.
Who said anything about letting you, old man? You think I don't have enough tape for your little portals?
You're mistaken. I've got much more than meets the eye.
Crap. Looks like he's trying to get us to go into his thing. I don't like the sound of that. Let's avoid it at all costs. Looks like we made it out somehow. Guess we had a rendezvous with the group and...
Who said you were going anywhere? You're mine.
Hey, look out! Ugh. Wow, this is crummy. We better be careful. We don't want to get more lost than we already are. He transported us somewhere. Lay low. I'll make sure we get out of here, okay? But it looks like some kind of maze or something. Stay close. Here. Hold my hand. Don't be worried. If anything happens, I got one free arm. That's gonna lead us to safety. Don't worry, I'm pretty tricky with my tape. You know, I didn't think it would come to this, but thanks for being patient with me. I'm a pro hero after all, even if I don't look it. Some people like to discriminate because of my elbows. And I just have to put them in their place a little. And give them the rundown. Whoa, watch your step there. We don't want you falling down anywhere. Good thing you're holding my hand, right? It does come in handy. Rescue hero extraordinaire. I'm here for support and rescue. So that people like you always get out. It's not your fault that you were caught up in all this. I'm sorry that you were. Nobody really deserves it. Now I want to make sure nothing like this ever happens again. You can bet your baloney on it. I'm gonna try my best to shut down that Kurogiri guy. Though I guess we'll have to see. My combat specialty's not so great. I can do some things, but if my tape doesn't work, I'm a little limited. Then I gotta go into fighting, and nobody likes fighting when they get down to it. Anyways. Whoa. You look kinda scared. You okay there? Behind me? Ugh.
You didn't actually think I would just let you.
Nothing's ever that easy, man. You don't have to worry about us, dude.
No, I do. You're trying to steal my hostage, and they own me. This is rightful, as it is contracted, or do heroes not follow rules anymore? I need to see it. The end of this conflict, but it doesn't need to be peaceful.
Cool your jets, dude. You don't need to worry about that. I can see by your eyes that you're not into doing anything good. That's probably fake. But if you really stand by that, why don't we go to the authorities?
Well, it was worth a try. Do not say I wasn't attempting to be civil about it.
Well, it's a good thing, dude. 'Cause I don't think we're gonna have a good day if we keep fighting here. Why don't you look behind you this time?
That's the oldest trick in the book.
Surely you don't think you can take me on?
It's All Might. Damn it.
Retreat! If only it was that easy, Kurogiri.
Ah, but it is. You don't realize what happens when you can't even see it.
You okay, All Might? Look like you took a tumble there.
I am fine. You did great, Sero.
No, it was nothing. I'd say I didn't do that good, actually.
It is all perspective, dear boy. And you saved them. You saved them from being ransomed, or worse. And you didn't fall for the obvious tricks, meaning you thought about your actions. You did not simply act and react. For that I'm proud.
Whoa, that's kinda impressive. Getting praise from All Might? You might just be my lucky charm here. For a hostage, you sure are a good luck charm. By the way, for all the trouble I caused, since it was probably incapable of me, would you like to go out on a date with me?
So forward and in front of such dignified company. A true hero you are. A true hero indeed.
No, I just was kind of thinking about it, and I thought it might be good to make today a fun one. It's the only way I could see it working. And besides, I think it might be a chance meeting. I've been looking for someone to spend my time with. Besides, I'm not always doing hero work. Rescue heroes get the least jobs.
Ha 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 ha! But you are no less plus ultra than any other type of hero. You save lives and...
Hey, don't mean to interrupt you there, All Might, but I don't think that plus ultra was so great. I think you might need to work on it, but I'll let you slide this time.
Ha! You're being quite cheeky.
Oh, and you missed your chance to say, I am here.
Oh, drat. I did it again.
That's okay. Sometimes I forget that I'm able to do certain movements. All thanks to my weird elbows.
I would imagine it to be so. I, with my inflating body, never mind. Pretend you didn't hear that. I was going to say it's, disorienting, getting bigger and smaller and stuff.
I hear that. Sometimes I end up flinging myself into the wall. Though I'm not stupid or anything. Just think I'm kinda like it. Learning. Maybe a pro hero, but it doesn't prepare you for the field, really. It prepares you, but you can't be fully prepared for anything, you know?
A wise observation. But I must leave it at that. I must go and save the rest. You have done well. Now, go forth to the next battlefield.
That's all Might for you. Guess he's something else, eh? Not that I'm trying to say something in particular, but he's kind of my idol. No one else has rescued quite so many at once. Like that famous video from way back when. I think Midoriya really looks up to him. I like to think of myself as, well, not really looking up so much as trying to be my best me. You can't always be the best you. But I figure if you don't try, you won't know how high you can get. Besides, doing your best has its own reward, right? Then again, I guess I'm just talking to myself here, rambling on about stuff. Sorry about that. I've got a lot to learn with talking to other people, and I make friends kinda easy, but never tried talking to a hostage situation victim. You know, like, I didn't expect us to get along. Oh, come on, me. Can't be acting like this in front of someone they haven't even talked yet. So, you got a name there? Well, that's an interesting one. Guess I could say that that's something I haven't heard for a while. You've got a unique one in my book. The name's Sero. Don't wear it out now, cutie. I bet everyone calls you that. So, your name is kinda... It's not what I was expecting. I'll be honest with you there. And as cocky as I may seem, I'm actually just kinda trying to learn the things. There's a lot to learn with rescuing people. Especially when all those pro heroes around you make it look so easy. Well, you can kinda see what my quirk is. Decently acrobatic, but doesn't always make things too easy. You see, the tape's pretty sticky and I can use it to get around. But it doesn't solve all problems. It's still the same limitations of any physical object. That's why I kind of envy people with more practical quirks. I think mine's fine. But it's not the best thing I could imagine. I'm sure there's a lot of them that could be good. But it's still in the works. Besides, maybe I'll find some super secret way to use it. I could think of a few right now. You know, like swinging from over there, or maybe making a wall of tape. Though I guess it would be glorified flypaper if there wasn't any purpose to it. What about you? You got yourself a quirk too? Oh. Well, that's an interesting one. Surprised you're not the pro hero of rescue right there. You'd have thought you could have rescued yourself, but... What do you mean by that? I guess every good thing has its limitations, right? That's okay. You might as well make it a nice limitation. I think 3 times a day is fine. I still have a limit to how much tape I can produce on the daily as well. I think it's limited to about... I'd guess about a mile of it, if you count both sides. So I gotta use it sparingly. Of course, there's exceptions to that rule. Some of them, anyways. Looks like we're gonna have to climb out. Hang on tight, Good thing I can reel it in. Shoot it up there like this, and up we go. Feels kinda nice holding you close. Make sure you don't get too used to it if you're just gonna leave me. What? Got a problem with me? Then what's the problem? So what if I'm a bit flirty? You seem like you want someone to flirt with you. Or maybe it's just me. You think it's just like that? Well, that's fine by me. Besides, you got the best kind of face when you're a little bit flustered. What? Not being a pervert or anything. In fact, not even close to that. If I'm gonna do anything in terms of pursuing you, I want to do it in the heroic way. The way that makes me a cut above the rest. Does that make me silly? Sure hope not, because I've got no regrets. Gotta work twice as hard as normal people. So if I want to be the best hero I could be, I've got to make sure I'm worth it to you. A lot of people just take it for granted how hard it is. You know, my power, I almost didn't even make it into Class 1A back when I was going to UA. Instead, I was about to be placed in a non-hero course. That would have been tragic. I wouldn't have met all the friends that I had. Most of them had an accident, so a lot of them aren't around anymore. But it doesn't change the fact that they're in my heart. And that those of us who are still alive, we don't take it for granted. We can't. Not when everything like this. It's all to make sure that we're better heroes in the end. I gotta make their memory worth something, you know? Why am I getting into this with a complete stranger? Maybe it makes me silly, but that doesn't mean that I'm still dwelling in it or anything. And I just want it to be something that propels me forward, not keeps me back. You know, that whole thing about the glass being half empty or half full. You gotta figure out how you're gonna view it. I just choose to view it as, well, maybe somewhere in between. I like to see it as the human response. A lot of people are delusional about it, but I've faced my demons. That's what I think makes me better than most. At least at dealing with hard times. I can be kinda reliable, you know? Not that I'd expect many people to know that. Didn't really have a chance to prove it to many people on the way. Just those that I save. So you're one of the elite few. Maybe it'll mean something to you. That's what I'm hoping. That basically means that you're one of the few that made me, well, made me actually act like a hero. I'm always trying to, you know, but it's not always that easy. Sometimes it's just like a difficult road. You can't always be the hero in the spotlight. And you can't always save the beauty in distress. Beauty, awesome, you name it. You can't always be that kind of person. It's kind of exhausting sometimes too. You just gotta take it one save at a time. I hope you don't mind that you're one of my best saves. I mean, you really taught me something about myself too. That I can't get too confident on it or else I'll lose hope. And I might make a mistake in there too. If I do that, what if you would have gotten hurt? I can't let that happen. So far I've never let somebody I've been trying to rescue get hurt. At least not really. It'd be way too sad if I did. So let's avoid that at all costs, shall we? Hey, You. I know you said your name, but do you seriously want to go out someplace after? Well, I guess that sounds like something to do. I sure as heck would love it. So, thanks for your company, I guess. Here's hoping I don't sound too desperate. I'm certainly not. Well, more like I'm interested. Does that sound wrong? Well, I can tell you I'm certainly not desperate. Just excited. Been busy with work as of the few past days, and I've seen a lot of stuff, some injuries and all that. And it just might be nice to see someone who's a little bit happier. And a not life or death situation. It can only take so much stress of rescuing people, and the threat of making a mistake could cost someone their life. So no pressure, right? Well, I wish I could say that. Some part of it's just kind of like... it's beyond me. So as much as I'd like to take it less serious, I can't ever when I'm in that line of duty. A hero's work is never done. And you just gotta make it your best. Only your best will save lives. I learned that the hard way. And almost making some mistakes I couldn't take back. But now it's not the time for that. Why don't we have ourselves a night on the town? Well, you never gave me a proper answer back there, so I just took it as a yes. Guess it's a bad habit of mine trying to be cooler than I am. But I figure if you fake it till you make it, you could be one of the coolest around, right? I think I'm doing pretty good for myself considering I'm just... well, I wasn't standoutish in terms of performance or anything. I think I'm pretty good at what I do. So where is it you'd like to go? Any place in particular? Yeah, I don't even really have a place in mind. All this is so abrupt and I've never really done this before. Would it be pathetic to tell you that you're the first person I've ever had this feeling for? I've had crushes, yes, but with you, it's like it came almost instantly. I'm not really sure what to make of it. In fact, that's kind of the fastest I've ever felt something for someone. Though in terms of dating, I've never actually dated but one other person. And I'd rather not talk about that, if that's any signs of how it ended. But I'm not one to stay in the past. In fact, it's much better now that you're here. Well, not that you're obligated to do anything, or even go with me. I want you to enjoy the night, but only if you want to. Though I'm confident I can make it a good one. Tonight, that is. You sure you're not pushing yourself into something you don't feel comfortable with? Look, it's okay to say no. Of course, you'd be missing out on all this fun. My treat. Well, I suppose that's something really cool then. I'm excited to show you the town. Well, you live here, so I guess it's not showing you. It's more like giving you a taste of the good life. Well, I don't know that you don't already have the good life. Wait. Seriously? You're from that family? You're practically a big shot. I'm not sure I can compete with that, but I'm still gonna try. Looks like we got some Ojo-sama material right here. Is it weird, me crossing the barriers? I'm just a plebeian, and you're basically like a noble. But you know what? I don't care. I'll still be damned if I don't try. I gotta make you love me somehow, and I don't plan on doing it halfway. If I'm gonna make you love me, I'm gonna do it by my charm. By me being an awesome person, and proving that money and wealth and power and stature and looks aren't everything. What else is there? Well, there's style, obviously. That's my main one. Got my outfit way renovized. Is that a word? Revised? Renovized? Look, either way, it's a pleasure to meet you. Don't meet too many other people that I can relate to on this job. Something tells me you're gonna be something special. So, what's your favorite food? Guess I can't say I'm surprised. You look like you'd like that kind of food. Though it's kind of contrary to your fancy background. Though it suits you. I like that food too. Let's go. I think they got it here at this restaurant. My favorite food? Don't laugh, okay? You gotta promise. Yeah, it's something simple. Look, it's peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, it's seriously plain, I get it. But it's really tasty and you gotta get the rations just right. Otherwise it ends up too peanut buttery or too jelly. Not too many people can make a good one, surprisingly. Oh yeah? Well, I bet I can make you like it. Maybe just a little bit, but not that you'd hate it or anything. You know, that's not a bad idea. Why don't we go back to my place? Bet we could see something pretty cool. You know, watch a movie or something. Wait, that's like a big date pitfall. At least the movies where you don't talk to each other because the focus is all off. Why don't we just spend some time together? Maybe if we get to know each other, we'll end up like real close. I feel like from what I get to know about you while walking, it's been amazing. So we'll get some takeout and go home. Sound like a plan? Hope you like pizza. So, is there anything that I did that maybe made your heart flutter a little? 'Cause there's been two things exactly that you've done that made my heart flutter. It's pretty simple, really. You gave me a look when we first met. And I don't know how to explain it real well. Other than, it's kind of like one of those looks when you see someone you've missed for a long time. And I felt needed for the first time in practically forever. Of course, I'm not too bad with my family or anything, but it's different to want to be close to your family and needed in other ways. I've never felt like I've had someone to call my own. And I want you to be that person. Though I'm not really sure of how to do it. Because I'm afraid of making a mistake. You know, it's scary. Things in love and heroism. Sometimes you just gotta go at it at all you got. But sometimes all you got isn't enough either. And that gets even more frightening. And then I get real scared. Like, what's it gonna take? What's it gonna take for me to be like those others? See everyone around me? They've had better luck with love. I seem to be the odd man out. At least the ones that I've met with. We've had a few reunions. Things like that. Well, it's not really an official one, just like a year celebration each time. It's only been 2 years, but still. It's been an amazing 2 years for most people. If you exclude the tragedy. That's the only thing that would take down the mood. Albeit it's a big one. But you make me forget about all that. And instead of viewing the cup as half full, I kind of view it as a new cup entirely. In that way, I get to see you in a new light and see myself in a new light too. You know, life's too short for that. You can't go hanging on to the past, or it'll own you. You know, I knew someone who held on to it way too much, so much that I had to separate from him. He's a good friend, but we were never that close. So I guess it was bound to happen. When I told him he was focusing on it too much, what's done is done. A lot of people do that, you know? And you just gotta go for broke. You can't just leave it as it is. Can't stay broken forever. And I kept trying to tell him that. But he didn't really listen to me. Hey, the pizza's getting cold, we might as well eat it. That's some nice cheese. Heck yes. I hope you don't mind my company that much. It's more like I just kinda hope I'm not boring you. Hey, how about we play like 20 questions or something? Bet we could find out some more about each other and maybe have a little fun in the, you know, in the process of it. If you could do just one thing in all the world, what would it be? Uh-huh. You got some lofty goals there. Guess you're living up to the family name, eh? Though I don't want to consider you as just that. Your clout's way more than that. Besides, that's not what made me fall in love with you. Wait, is that too forward? I think I'm in love with you. Well, I guess it's too early to say, but what do I do? If I could do anything in the whole wide world, I'd make you smile and hold you in my arms. What do you mean that could be arranged? You're serious? I've never been in a situation like this before. So I'll just... If you'll excuse me. I'm very serious about this. So I don't want to mess things up. I'm pretty sure everyone's like this, but... just holding you is enough for me. Does that make me boring? Here's hoping it doesn't. 'Cause I think it suits me. It suits us. Just kinda cuddling here. I've always been a little bit afraid of touch, but with you, it doesn't seem to be happening. Which is saying something. Have you ever been afraid of touch? I may act like the cool guy, but sometimes even I get scared of it. It gets frightening. I had some real bad experiences back in the day, and it made me afraid of feeling someone against me, and I'm doing my best to fight it, but I'm sorry, I think I just need a moment. Thank you for understanding. It's not you. Really. It was a special moment, but my anxiety about it, it got to me a little. And I don't want to show you a bad side of myself where I start shaking or something. You deserve better than that. And I'll make sure you get it. You just gotta give me a chance. I'll get over this fear. One baby step at a time. But until then, I think that will be a start. You know, if we rush things, it'd never be as good. It'd just be a bunch of nonsense. And I don't want that. I want the best you have. I don't want to mess things up like last time. You know, a lot of my time I spent living in the past, regretting my past relation. But that's no way to live. Just because I made the mistake once doesn't mean you're gonna be a repeat of that. Besides, you're already 10 times better than them. Because you actually seem like you care about how I feel. And you don't try and push further. And I respect that, you know. And I respect that big time. Maybe it doesn't seem like much, but it means the world to me. I'm glad we met. Really glad we met, actually. You know, out of all the people I could have saved today, I'm glad it was you that ended up being the one that I managed to hold in my arms. Being a rescue hero with fear of touch is a bit tricky, but I use my tape as sort of a buffer for that. Well, I mean, it doesn't change the whole fact of it, but it sure makes things easier, if only just a little bit. You know how it is. When you fear something, you want to run away, but it's through facing it. That's the way you get better at it. You know, I try and be all kinds of tough and show off in front of people. Being that cool guy, it doesn't always work when you're with someone who melts right through your defenses. At first I tried to pull it on you and I realized so fast, that's not gonna get me anywhere. It's just gonna make me sad. And I don't want to be sad anymore. I don't want to waste time like that. I want to experience life with you. And I hope you'll humor me for it. Is there any chance that I could maybe catch up with you more tomorrow? It may not seem like much to you. At least not yet. But I'm willing to bet I can give you something that nobody else can. And that's the honesty to say that I'm unsure. And I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you I think we're star-crossed lovers already. But I'd rather like to be. Though it's only relevant if you feel the same. Don't be in a rush to say it. It means more if you don't have to. I'm gonna work on my fear of touch. You won't have to worry about it. For 2 reasons. 1, I'm not giving up until I can give you a proper hug. 2, we haven't finished our game yet. And I intend to finish it with you. Whether we're lovers or friends. It doesn't bother me. I'd be more than happy to be with you. I just think that I'm lonely in my life. I've spent most of it just kind of going with the flow of things and trying to be that cool guy on the side. But now that I'm kind of meeting you for the real and all of that, I feel more complete. More like I'm an actual person instead of just a hero, just a face. You make me feel more comfortable. And I hope I make you feel comfortable too. If you ever need someone to lean on, I'm pretty tough. Despite what my quirk might have you believe, I'm more than just a sticky friend to have with you. I want to be someone that sticks to you like glue, but not because they're clingy, but because you honestly want to spend the time with me. So let this be a sort of unofficial confession to you. I want to be yours, and I want you to be mine. And I don't know how's the best way to go about it, but I'm definitely gonna keep trying, until I find out the right way. Make sense? I sure hope so. 'Cause I'm one cool dude, but I'm nothing if not honest. I think I can be more than anyone else to you. But we'll only know if we try. How about a second date? Tomorrow want to go ice skating with me? Hell yeah. I think that's one hell of a way to spend a day. Pardon my French. Now, where were we?